says hello, say hello. If somebody comes up to you and you can tell they don't really remember your name, be kind and give them your name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I know the good thing, because my family does the, the 10 list for the New Year's resolutions, and it's not really a New Year's.
Wait a minute, 10 list. What is that?
I do a 10 list. Like my family will write down 10 goals for the year.
As a family?
As a family.
Wow,
and then
that's
we put
neat.
it away, and then at the end of the year, we'll do like you do, pull it back out and read it. But I think, too, it's not just even about goals. It's just being mindfulness or
Right.
conscious of...
Consciousness.
Yeah,
Be
conscious
conscious.
of our behaviors, like good driving etiquette. Like just having good...
That's a good one.
You know, if you see somebody have their blinker on, let them in.
Right. Or if you see them sitting there without their blinker on, but there's a long line of traffic and they need to get in, I try to do 3 courteous driving things a day. Okay?
That's good.
And after that, hey, if you're the 4th, you're just out of luck. No. I mean, I'll let people in.
You got a cap? You got a limit on your kindness?
I do.
Okay.
Well, even in, like I say, a grocery store line, if I see somebody behind me with only 1 or 2 things,
that is nice.
I let him
That
go
is
ahead
nice,
of me.
yeah.
And I might only have 3 or 4, but I'll let him go ahead because I'm a saint. No,
Yeah.
that's why. But no, on the driving rule, I try to do 3 courteous driving things a day.
Yeah, and take it easy. It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not.
Driving shouldn't be that serious.
Especially with our weather conditions here lately,
Yeah,
you know. But
exactly.
anytime,
It's
nice
been
weather,
good, yeah.
bad weather, but you know what I'm talking about on
Yeah.
these things, don't you?
I know
Huh?
exactly what you're talking about.
Now, the other thing is body language.
Oh, like what? This?
Yes. There is a...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either, except somebody told me once that this is a real defensive stand.
That you don't want to hear what you're talking about?
I don't want to hear what you're talking about. I'm also not letting you into my space. I'm also not letting you into my energy. I'm blocking all of that. Well, I don't want to mention any names because we're nice on this show, right? We're nice gossipers.
We're nice enough.
We're not here to hurt anyone or attack anyone
No.
personally, right? But there is a very popular morning talk show on television that I've watched for years. And the old host, okay, an old meaning in the years of his working ability, but he is elderly also, and a younger, lovely co-host, female, okay? Lovely lady, seems very nice, except she sits like this during her talk show on television, national television. It's bugged me so much that I have tried to email, okay?
How many responses have you got back?
None. I don't know how to get that in. And they say you have to Twitter, you know, be on tweet to give them that information. Well, I'm
Do you
not.
know how to Twitter?
I'm not Twittering.
I don't
I'm
know
not
what Twitter means.
Facebooking. I'm not Twittering. Okay.
I like Facebook.
Do ya?
Yeah, I found
Okay.
some pretty interesting people on Facebook.
Some of whom you cannot mention.
Right, no.
Yeah, I'm sure. But anyway, no, I have. I've tried to email saying, please don't sit with your arms crossed like that.
Do you think it's offensive
defensive.
to you, or is it? Do you think it just really offends people?
Well, it's a defensive stand. Anybody that knows body language knows
Right.
that's a defensive stand. The other little thing I wanted to mention on body language, if you'll watch guests, okay, on TV with their hosts, if they cross their legs, or in person, but I mean I pay attention on TV, if someone crosses their legs towards you, it means they really like you, that
Yeah.
you're okay in their space. If they cross away from you, they don't like your energy. And did you ever hear that
Interesting.
thin little lips means you're stingy, and
Right.
full lips means you're very generous?
Ooh.
Look, yeah, ooh.
I consider myself very
Angelina
generous.
Jolie should be real generous, huh?
Well, the other thing
And I
too
think they
is
are.
eye contact. You know, if you're having a conversation, not looking
Right.
away and, you know, being preoccupied with the conversation, but That's a good body language, wouldn't you say?
Well, I'll give you a little point that I learned years ago because I was in sales for many, many years. And I used to make it a real point, a conscious effort to make sure I had good eye contact. And I was told that actually sometimes it was so strong that it bothered other people. So the trick is...
Because it's a little stockish.
Yeah, well, right there, you focus on
I know, because I have had people do that, and I'm like, okay, back up, buddy, back up. Because I'm feeling a little like you're invading my space, so there is a fine line.
Well, and what you do, the trick that I learned is you focus right here on the bridge of their nose, and it appears like you're making direct eye contact, but it's not as strong.
Like hypnotizing.
Ooh, yeah, look at my eyes. That's right. But, you know, stepping in someone's space, you know, we all have an aura.
Yeah.
And if someone actually steps into your auric field without being invited, okay, people feel like this. Get away.
That's
get
interesting
away.
because even if you're in like a grocery store line and somebody comes up behind you and you don't even know they're there, you're like...
But you can feel it.
You can feel it. Like my son will come up and sneak up behind me and he's looking over my shoulder and I'm like...
No, I know what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about.
That is an
You
interesting...
want to just push someone, like, get away from me. You know, they're too close. They've stepped into your auric field. So what you want to do, once you're aware of that, and you know how these energies work, you know, you just want to step back out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, because
So,
I've felt it before.
Well, and I try not to get too close to someone, you know, for lots of reasons, but I'm aware of stepping out of my comfort auric field into somebody else's space, so I try to be conscious about that. You know, I just do everything perfect. You know what I mean?
I know. I can tell the way you speak so well.
Well, both of us, we just don't do anything wrong. We don't text, we don't forward, we don't shower in perfume.
No.
We're just perfect.
Yeah, but the texting thing really, I think, is becoming such an issue more than any of it. It's just... Yeah, not everybody was raised with perfect parents and didn't get the social skills that they need, but there are certain things that need to be addressed.
That are basic. You don't even have, you know,
need to be
doesn't matter
addressed.
if you're using the wrong fork, just don't be yelling on your cell phone.
Exactly.
Okay, that
and
kind of
we
a thing.
really don't
Common
care.
sense.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, common
Nobody
sense
does.
stuff, you know. By the way, you're looking good. Did you do something different to your hair?
Straight.
You straightened it.
Straightened it, yeah.
Well, I like it.
Thank you.
I do.
I'll
I like
wear
it.
curly next time. Maybe a little bit darker. You know, who knows?
What are we going to talk about next time? Do we have any idea?
I don't know. We could talk about strange phobias.
Ooh, I like the idea of
That are hilarious. Just little weird things that people get used to doing.
Shouldn't be too hard to find some of that out there on the street.
What about you? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't mind talking about phobias because I have a few.
Oh,
Okay.
do you?
Oh, yes,
okay,
I
we'll
do.
Save it for the next show.
Well, we thought I was perfect till we got to the phobias.
Yeah, I've seen a few of your little phobia. I wouldn't call them phobias, but
I have phobias.
Set ways.
I have addictions. I'm getting very set in my ways.
Okay.
Very set in my ways. Okay. But I'm also trying to pay some attention to some of these set in your ways things. One of the things I've noticed is I'm getting older, and when you live alone, you just kind of get set in your ways. Do you know what I mean?
I can understand that. I definitely can understand that.
And I have. I've lived alone for a lot of years. My kids are grown. Grandkids come over and visit, you know, and then I can't wait for them to leave as much as I love them.
Yeah.
But I have my parents and several elderly friends. And when we have any conversation, it's just all about their medical things.
Elements.
No, the aches, the pains,
all
the
their,
surgeries,
how do you say,
the doctors.
ailments.
Ailments, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, because I've caught myself doing that.
Yes, because it's so easy to get wrapped up into that.
Well, it's what's going on with you. Okay.
Right.
And so I don't mind if someone tells me about you know, especially my folks, who I'm very fortunate that are still alive and here, and they don't live here, but I mean, they're still alive, okay?
I caught myself just wandering off during that conversation.
You know, I
am
thought
so sorry.
I thought so. One of my pet peeves is what she was talking about. When you're having conversation and someone's eyes go wandering off,
Yeah.
guess who just did that? Okay. But,
Sorry.
Well,
See, I'm not completely perfect, but I do
we're
try
working
to,
on it. We
you know.
strive for progress, not perfection, right? Really. But I do want to become more conscious about not just constantly talking about health issues.
Yes.
You know.
And be the change you want to see. As
Oh, I
Rumi
love
would
that.
say.
Oh, I
Rumi.
love that.
Be
Rumi,
the change you want to
the
see.
poet. Yeah,
Yeah,
be the
and
change
it's
you
just
want to
little
see.
things. It's not world changing in the sense that you have to go out and.
Well, it is world changing.
It is world changing, but it's so small that it doesn't seem like
a
could
big
be real,
effort.
Yeah, it could be real effortless in the sense that.
Because, like you just said, Rumi said, be the change you want to see. Well, the change starts with you and me.
Yes, exactly.
You make a little change in yourself, and, you know, that kind of carries over into someone else or
Yeah.
someone else's life. So, yeah, we are the ones that can make changes on an individual basis, one-on-one.
And be kind
Like, don't
to
let
each
your
other.
eyes wander when I'm talking to
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
honey, I'm sorry.
kidding, I'm kidding.
But you know, be kind. Just be kind to each other.
The
That's
the golden rule.
yeah. Be kind to each other. That's basically it, and have respect for one another.
You know what would be really nice and kind? The next time somebody gags us with their perfume or cologne, if we just tapped on their shoulder and said, I'm getting sick. You're making me sick here. Thanks a lot, okay? That would be a kind thing to do, don't you think? No, I'm
not
teasing,
sure.
I'm teasing, I'm teasing. I've even been in the movie theater where I've gotten up and I've moved
Yeah.
because I can't stand it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's nice if you see a man and his flies down, if you tapped on his shoulder and said, hey, by the way, I think you need to sip up a little bit. Now, don't you
Yes,
think
that's a kind thing to do. Yeah.
A pet peeve would be if somebody let you walk around.
Yes.
Yeah, that way, don't you think?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would want to know.
So for our New Year's, what are we going to do?
We're going to be kind.
Right.
We're going to be considerate, and we're going to be conscious of the people around us.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that would be
Conscious about what we say.
what we say,
Do.
how we respond, and being aware of what's going on around us.
I like it.
Don't get yourself caught up in the mechanical world, the technology world, and
Onea, I like it.
Yeah.
I know just what you're talking about, and we're going to try our darndest.
yes, we are going to try.
To be kind, polite, do maybe 4 nice driving things a day.
Okay. 4.
We'll stretch
4
it.
might be pushing it, but
Yeah.
we'll try.
I know, we'll try. And but the change starts with
us.
us.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. And you know what I'm talking about?
That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we're talking about.
Until next time.